I was like, please don't go there because I will cry. And she was just like, you need to see somebody. She's like, if you don't want to talk to me or talk to your sisters, like, please go see somebody.
Wait, that makes me want to cry, and I never cry. You're 21?
Yes.
What'd you do for your 21st?
Oh, I went out to the bars.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Quince World Podcast. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Okay, wait. Let me introduce her. We have the icon living special guest, Alondra. And
Hi.
we came matching.
Not intentional.
Not intentional. We said, let's mix it up. Mm-hmm. You know, pull it together. We're very matchy today. But we have Alondra with us today. I was convinced I had met you before.
No.
Because I feel like I met you and I was like, oh, hey, girl, how are you? I was convinced.
You met everybody else but me. I'm the only one that you have never met.
Your life is now completed. You're very welcome.
Yes, thank you. I feel
No,
honored.
really.
It's
No,
my pleasure.
No, my pleasure.
My pleasure.
But if you guys do not know, Alondra was also a quinceañera on My Dream Quince.
I was.
Should we
A
just get into that?
long time ago.
You're like, in another lifetime.
I wore the same color dress. Not intentional.
You're like, but
it just
Just
happens.
make it a
It's
full
my
circle
color.
moment. Okay, so let's get kind of into My Dream Quince. I feel like
Okay.
I love I had the same experience. We kind of all filmed the similar things, but I would like to see or hear what your experience was on the show and if you loved it, if you hated it. So I think we should just dive in, right?
Yeah.
What made you want to join? How was your audition process?
So my audition process, I feel like was very, very easy.
Okay.
I just set up my laptop. I filmed the questionnaire that I found on Google.
Oh,
And I sent it, and that was it. I completely forgot about it until one day I was in my biology class, and I got an email.
were you an 8th grader?
No, I was a freshman.
Oh, okay. I was an 8th grader when I
So I was
found
a freshman, and I got the email, and it was like, "Hi, congratulations! Like, we saw your video. We love you. Like, can we reach out to you?" And I was like in class, and I was like,
You're like, wait, am
It's
I
happening.
famous all of a sudden?
I was like, "Oh my God, nobody knows they're in the presence of the next MDQ girl."
literally, you're like in a superstar.
I was like, so then, I don't remember who it was, but they called me, and they're like, "Oh, does your mom know?" And I was like, "Yeah, definitely. My mom for sure knows.
completely on board.
She was there when I filmed, sent the email,
She actually pressed record.
but in reality, she didn't. It was just me.
You just submitted it
Yeah.
by yourself?
By myself, I was just like, I'm gonna do it. And if I get chosen, oh well, they'll have to deal with it.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell my dad they were filming.
What?
So they came to my house. They were filming, and my dad walked in from work, and he was
Wait,
like,
I need to know this process though. Okay, so you get it and then you go home and you're like, oh, by the way, you're
Yeah.
gonna have.
So like a week before they were supposed to come, I was like, "Hey mom, so I did this and I got chosen and they're coming next week."
She's like, oh.
And she was just like, "But what is it?" Like, "No, you can't because they're gonna come in the house and then ask so many questions." It's typical Mexican mom,
Mexican
like,
parents
"No,
are
no,
like
no, 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 no."
strangers in the house.
And I was like,
Absolutely
"Mom,
not.
it's fine. They're professionals. Look, like you can look it up on YouTube. Like,
Okay.
it's the real deal. They're not gonna come, like, kidnap me."
Yeah, exactly.
And she's like, "Okay, I guess we'll try." And then she was like, "But why do you want to do it?" And my reason was because there wasn't any plus size girls on there.
Okay.
You know, I feel like even still now there hasn't really been any big girls on there. And I was like, I remember 2 years ago when I didn't want one. I didn't want one. I didn't want to be in a dress. I didn't want to be center of attention.
Okay.
I didn't love being me because there was no representation of that anywhere. So I was like, I want to do that for the girls after me.
Yeah, that don't have that.
Yeah, that was my main reason. I wanted to be that role model for someone else, especially because, you know, I've had seen it before. I grew up around it, you know, the comments of your family always being bitter. So it was like, I don't want girls to not experience this because I had 4 older sisters.
Okay.
And they all loved their quinces.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I want to experience that and I want other people to
Absolutely.
experience that.
Yeah.
So that was my whole reasoning behind it. And then once I told my mom that, she was like, yeah, I guess you can do it.
Oh, good.
And then especially with my sisters, and I told them, they're like, do it.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, yes, when,
I mean,
where.
it's about like making a change too.
Yeah. So my sisters were all for it. They were super excited for me. They helped me with every process of it after that. Even like the decorations, setting up to film, taking me places to get outfits to film.
Yeah,
They
you're
were,
like sweating before making sure you look cute and stuff.
She was like, "Stop, your hair's out." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Get me, sis, get me."
Were you super nervous?
Oh, I was beyond nervous.
Yeah.
I was so nervous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I remember, like, seeing the van pull up to the house and, like, not 14, but, like, 9 people get out and it's, like, mics going around you, cameras at every angle, mics, like, on you. I was like, whoa, 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 what's going on?
I remember my room faces the outside, so when they pulled up, I was still doing my makeup, and I was like, oh my God, they're here, they're here. And then they knocked, and I was like, hi. And it was just me at the house. My sister had gone to pick up her kids, so it was just me at my house. And I was like, hi, come in, make yourself at home.
You're like,
Me
and
tassa
I'm
su
here.
tassa.
You're like, and I'm here, ready to film.
Yeah, and then they went up to my
that's so
room, and I was
cool.
like, this is my house. I cleaned it for you. It's usually not this clean, I promise.
You're like, but you are a special guest. Your episode total 6.5 million views.
I know.
That's
crazy.
A shit ton of people.
It's honestly like,
How does that make you feel? Uncomfortable? Like 6.5 million
you
people
know what?
like watched
I've
you
never
fully.
truly thought about it, but there is times where like I'll be out at random places and they're recognized, and I'm just like, oh my God, like I did that.
Yeah.
Or even now, I still get recognized now, and I'm just like, oh, girl's 5 years, but thank you.
Yeah, you're like, I'm still that girl,
I'm like,
though.
yes, I'm like, oh yes, it's me. Hi, how are you doing?
Oh, how cute. So you were like nervous, but did you adapt quickly at all?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I felt like I adapted very quickly. I was told, so nobody really knows this, but so when they took the break for season 1, season 2, I wasn't the first girl.
Oh.
It was supposed to be someone else. But then after filming with me, the producers told me that I was a lot more natural on camera. So they switched it. So in my episodes were coming out as my 15 was going on.
Oh,
So I think,
so super real time.
yeah, super real time. So I think the final episode came out like 2 weeks after my 15 had already happened.
Oh, that's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you're really living through that, and everyone's seeing the real. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, like you said,
Yeah, so
didn't
they
know
were
that.
airing, and then people from like high school were like, hey, Tina, tell me you're 15. And I was like, no. Do I even know you?
You're like, literally no.
And they're like, we
That's
went to school
crazy.
together. And I was like, yeah, don't care. No, it's not open invite.
Oh my God, that's true. I didn't think about that. I mean, all your school friends and
Yeah.
stuff, I'm sure, like, really wanted to be there because there was cameras and stuff.
And then it was like
YouTube.
during summer break. So when I went back, I was just like,
You're like,
yes,
I
it's
came
me.
back 10 times cooler than all
Yes,
of
it's
you.
me. How are you guys doing?
You're like, and I did turn 15 this summer.
And like not little girls, but like younger girls would come up to me and they're like, I saw you. And I was like, I'm at school, please.
Yeah.
This is not the time to be coming
Yeah.
up to me.
You're like, this is embarrassing. Stop.
Yeah.
No, it's always fun meeting people and stuff. Some of your like top comments that like kind of reflect to your like ultimate goal of what it was being inspiration for other people was you being an inspiration to others. So how does that make you feel?
Honestly,
Like you completed the exact task that you wanted to do. How does that make you feel?
it is probably one of the proudest moments that I've had in my life.
Okay,
Just
cool.
because even now I still did DMs from girls being like, hi, I'm 12, but you like made me want to have a Quince. I'm going to talk to my parents about it. Or like, oh, hey, can you give me advice on how to love myself? And it's like, wow, 5 years later, like I'm still getting these comments from girls like randomly finding me on YouTube and being like, oh my God, she looks like me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that makes them feel comfortable and stuff and being like, oh, if she did it, I could do it, obviously. My producer noted that I commented on your YouTube thing, which I feel like is probably why I was like, I love this girl. When you came in, I was like, I've met her. I love her. But I guess we haven't. But I had commented on your Quince episodes. I think it was one of the first ones. I literally commented saying,
I remember.
oh my God, so cute. Heart eyes.
It was the top comment I remember
I
because
was
they
obsessed
liked
with
it.
you since day one.
They commented,
literally.
they're like, Airam did this. And I was like, oh my God, Airam's watching me?
You're like, oh my God, who?
It was you and Shani. I remember you guys both left comments and I was like, oh my God, they're watching me.
I always loved the other girls. I always watched them. I always supported. I think that was like a coming of age,
Yeah.
obviously, but like even filming and stuff, and like we all had the same experiences ultimately, you know. Would you change anything about your Quince?
No,
No,
nothing. I
nothing.
feel like from my core down to my core, I feel like I did a great job. I still talk to all my core.
Oh,
Well, most of them were
good.
my family, so I kind of have to talk to them. But
Okay.
other than that, even the friends that I chose, like even though we're all grown now and we all have our own lives, like we also keep in touch. So I feel like for the most part, no.
A lot of people though, all like throughout your episodes, commented about like your Quince being a little bit more traditional, or like really traditional. Was that your plan? Is that kind of what you want to do? Like stick to?
Yeah, so one of the reasons why I wanted to like come on the show was because I feel like mine was very traditional, and sort of the aspect of like I'm super Mexican and my family's super super Mexican.
Yeah.
Like we come from a village in the middle of nowhere, so that was important to me. I feel like just because quinceañeras typically are like that. And I feel like if they were showing like these grand glamour 15s, like
Literally, mine was
they
so far
should
from exactly.
showcase the other ones too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so good. I mean, mine was
On a yacht.
literally so far from like
But
what.
that was fun because it showed
It
showed
was
different
cute.
types of
Yeah, unique.
15.
It was unique.
Yeah.
Very unique. Oh my god, that's funny. Okay, well, now for you, current day.
I just want to address this real quick.
Okay.
People think season 1 and season 2 had beef.
Okay.
And that's not the case at all.
I think I was like in a blackout. I don't know what I was doing during this phase of my life, but I don't remember this at all. So please enlighten me.
Okay, so like, I don't think people really knew this, but like me and Sty were really close. She went to my 15. I went to her graduation. She went to mine.
I didn't know that.
Like we still keep in touch.
And did you go to her wedding?
No, so I was supposed to go to her wedding.
Okay.
But just our timelines didn't add up. But she was season 1. I was season 2.
Yeah. And,
And we were friends. I don't even think you know this, but I had invited all season 1 to my 15.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Even me?
Yes, everybody.
And what was I doing?
I think one of you
Being
had
a
like a
bitch,
baby
probably?
shower. The other one had something to do. Like,
Oh,
timelines just didn't add up.
Oh, I didn't know that. Why
Yeah.
did we have beef?
The beef was every time we would go on like live for the MDQ page,
Okay.
it would be like, where are the season 1 girls? Where's Airam? Where's Shani? Where's Vivian? Where's, blah, blah, blah. And it would be like, they're not here.
You're like, it's us now.
I'm like, yeah, literally,
Yeah.
they're not here. It's us.
Yeah.
And I feel like people took that out of context of like, oh my God, they're hating on each other. When it wasn't the case, it was
Yeah.
just like, how would you feel if you're constantly being asked about somebody
Yeah.
that's not there?
Yeah. And it's like, well, am I not enough? I completely get that. And I feel like probably we were super petty as well, which I don't remember necessarily, but I could probably see. We're probably like, wow, why were they talking about us on Instagram?
And then we were
Live?
15, like we were kids.
Exactly. We were so young and
Like imagine you have these like 15-year-old girls like giving this like,
Pinning
out of
you.
nowhere this huge platform. Like what were we supposed to do with it? We didn't know how to act.
well, especially when you put like all of those girls in a room together, it's like
Yeah.
we're all confused. But I mean, it's interesting to see that like we all had different experiences, but I can't believe we had beef. Like,
Yeah.
it's so, and at that time you think it's like the end of the world, basically. It's like, wow, she doesn't like me. Wow, we don't like these girls, whatever. And it's like,
Yeah, and I remember
really not
it
that
went as far
serious.
as like an email was sent and was like this is not like what it's supposed to be happening. And we were just like, what are you talking about?
wait,
What's
an
go-"
email was sent to everybody?
Yeah. So we got in trouble.
Wait, you guys did or did we?
We got in trouble.
Ooh, girl.
Because someone had a stream record of the live and sent it to the producers. And they were just like, this is
Snitches.
not what we're supposed to be happening. And we're just like, what are you talking about?
I-
So my beef was supposedly with Shani.
Oh.
That was my beef. And I was like, me and Shani already talked. Like, we're
not an
past
issue?
it. We're
It's-
grown about this.
Yeah. I'm sure Shani probably didn't give up single flying about anything. Shani, any input?
No.
Shani, grab the mic.
Oh, okay. I literally didn't even know we had beef. I love you.
I love you.
I remember I reached out to
Thank
her.
you
and
for
I
your
was like,
input,
hey, are you
Shani.
mad at me?
Love
And she
you.
was like, no. And I was like, well, people think we're mad at each other. So
She's like,
what
about
should we do
what?
about this?
Exactly. It's like nobody cares. Literally, nobody cares.
cared. And I was like, I guess me and her have beef now.
Yeah. You're
But
like,
we're going to fight.
apparently I'm with them now.
Yeah.
No. That's funny. Let's talk about your current day. I mean, I like touching base on history and stuff because it's always great. It's what brought you here. But I want to hear about what you're doing currently.
2021 for me was probably the worst year ever.
Are we the same person or
Like,
what?
I was in the trenches. It was
I was
bad.
in the trenches also. I was knees deep in.
Girl, I was digging them.
Worst
It was
time
bad.
of my life, bro.
Like I remember, like it wasn't nothing big that happened. I thought it was just like little things here and there, like, and me being the person that likes to keep everything in and not ask for help or like talk to people. That one day it just all of a sudden I was like, "Am I
can't.
depressed?" And I
Yeah.
was like, "I think I am." And I remember being like, I would get those messages of like girls being like, "Oh, like how do I love myself?" And I was like, "Girl, tell me."
You're like, well, I'm not sure, but once you find out, let me know.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But I would lie to them because, like, even though I was feeling like, I'll be honest, I didn't love myself. I hated my body. I was super depressed. But I didn't want anybody else to feel like that.
Absolutely.
So I would lie and I would be like, oh, you just have to not care what anybody has to say about
Yeah.
you. You have to, like, push it off your shoulders. And I wasn't doing that. But, like, I felt like I had to. I felt like just because I was perceived as so confident, I just had to keep it up. I had to live up to that image of that people had of me.
Okay.
And for so long, I was hiding it up until like, so I didn't post at all.
Okay.
I went MIA
Oh, really?
because I hated
For how
myself.
long?
Like, I really did.
Well, how long did you do that for?
A year.
Oh,
I went a whole year without nothing.
Okay.
And then it was finally like the moment where I was like sitting down and I was like, I don't want to be like this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to feel like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my mom, she came and like, moms know.
Always.
Moms know. And she came and she was just like, your room's a mess because that's how you feel on the inside, huh? And I was like, ugh.
You're like,
Maria,
bro, put the
please.
volume down, whatever.
I was like, please don't go there because I will cry. And she was just like, you need to see somebody. She's like, if you don't want to talk to me or talk to your sisters, like, please don't see somebody.
Wait, that makes me want to cry, and I never
Yeah.
cry.
Like, it was really bad. And I was like, wow, like, my mom can see how depressed I am.
Yeah.
Because I stopped going. So I say I have a really big family and I love my family.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped going out to everywhere. I literally was in my house 24/7. And when they would ask, like, oh, why don't you want to go? I'd be like, oh, I don't feel like it.
I'm tired.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Or next time.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Oh my
was
God,
like,
I'm so sorry.
yeah, it was bad. And I didn't tell anybody. That Nobody knew. Like, not my family, not my friends. Like, I literally kept it in. And then I didn't even tell my dad. So I started therapy and I didn't tell my dad up until like a few months ago.
Okay.
And I've been in therapy since October.
Okay. Wow. How has your experience been with therapy?
I think people don't understand that if you don't vibe with the therapist, it's okay to go find someone else.
Yeah. Peace out.
Because I didn't vibe with my first therapist. Like,
Okay.
I thought I could talk to her, but I feel like some of the reasons why I was depressed had to deal with the machismo culture that's in like Latin families.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't really get that because, you know, how are you going to do something that you don't live through in a way? So I
Personally,
went
yeah.
and looked for a Latina therapist.
Okay.
And I found my therapist and it was completely different. I feel like
Really?
we vibed, we clicked, like she understood it, she like talked to me, and it has been like a complete flip.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like was it ever hard to break through those, like, I mean, you're ultimately really speaking to a stranger. Was it hard breaking that, like, wall down of, like,
For me, no.
no?
I felt like because I was so adamant of not talking to anybody that knew me,
Okay.
I feel like because if I talk to my sisters about what's going on in my life, they're going to be mad at the person that's making me feel like that. Vice versa, if I talk to my friends that my family's making me feel like this, they're going to hate my family.
Absolutely.
So I would have rather talk to a complete stranger that didn't know me at all and didn't know my family, where I literally just, the first session I was like, I have this, 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 and this. And I just
Oh.
vented
Yeah.
completely. And she was just like, okay, so we're going to write this down.
She's like, whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, she was like,
"Whoa."
can we call the authorities? And I was like, we're okay, ma'am.
Can we call the authorities? You're like, I've tried.
Like, we're not that
No, I'm
we're not that deep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, then she was like, okay, we're gonna break it in section by section, and we're gonna work on these little things. And I was like, okay.
Okay. Wow. And then when you had to, like, have that conversation with your dad, or I'm not sure, did that conversation ever happen?
Oh, I've never had like a full conversation with my dad about my therapist.
Okay.
But I let like little comments here and there with my mom, like, oh mom, my therapist told me this today.
Okay.
Or she told me to do this today. And like he'll pretend he can't hear, but he can hear.
knows. Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
And, like, was that, like, was your mom ever judgmental about you going to therapy? Because I know mental health in, like, Hispanic culture isn't really, I don't know, it's not credible, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. How was your parents' reaction to you asking for that help?
So for my mom, I feel like she understood what therapy was, but she didn't quite understand what depression was.
Okay.
To her, like, it was just like, you need to change this this obstacle in your life and you're done. Well, she didn't understand
She's
that
like-
it could be like many little things. She's like, clean your room, you'll feel better. And I'm like, Mom, that's not causing my depression. I promise you, if I clean my room, I'm not going to be like, oh, hi mom, like, how are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no.
No, they didn't. Yeah.
So I felt that was hard. I mean, I feel like also trying to tell her why I was depressed. I feel like I didn't want to tell my mom, like, hey, like, it's because of this.
Yeah.
Or it's because of this. I feel like I didn't want to worry her, you know, but she's my mom. I don't want to have to worry about what's running in my life. And, you know, unfortunately during that time, like, she had to worry about my sisters. Like, my sisters were having their own health problems.
Okay.
So it was like, I don't want to have to put that more on her plate to be like, oh, I have to worry about Alondra now.
Oh, okay.
Like, I didn't want that.
Looking out for other people. That's so nice of you. But sometimes you just got to help yourself,
Yeah.
which you
So
did.
I did it on my own. I was like, I'm going to call my insurance, see what I have to do, and then just go to therapy.
Good for you. That's awesome. And you're just 21.
Yeah.
You got it all
I'm
figured.
just, I have to remember, so I'm just 21.
You're just 21.
My life is barely starting.
How's your dating relationship life?
So I'm adult dating is what I
Okay.
like to call.
What is that?
It's like
You're what?
adult dating.
Adult dating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you think about it. When we're young, it's that 1% you're talking to them and that's it.
exactly, you have no
But
other.
when you're adult dating, you go on different dates. You see how it is. You see with who you vibe,
Okay.
who you like.
So you're just kind of dipping your finger in every
Yeah.
little sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try this one. Let me try this one. Let me try that one. Period.
It's not going great. I'm not gonna lie, because men are still trash sometimes.
I'm like, yeah, that's my favorite song.
So but I'm okay with if love comes, but I'm okay if love doesn't come.
Okay.
Like
Same.
I'm not gonna chase anybody. Like if they want to chase me, that's a different story.
That's why we saw each other and we're like, yeah, we're friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally that's my same mentality. I don't want a boyfriend, but no, I think I might be a little bit repulsed if they did come to me, but still, I'm open to dating, but not looking,
Yeah.
which is so fun. What's going on the weekend? Are you getting down and dirty? Where
No,
are you going? Where are you hitting the town? I want to go. I just came home for the summer, so tell me the
So I
spots.
have a huge family.
Oh, can
have
I go?
Yes. I just have a huge family. So every weekend, someone's baptizing, someone has a birthday party, someone is doing something. Or if not, me and my sisters will get in a crazy mood and be like, hey, let's go to Rosarito this weekend. Which I'm going this weekend, actually.
Wait, I think I have my passport in my bag.
Let's go.
I really do.
always keep my passport in my bag. Always.
I
It's in
just
my
came from
wallet.
Mexico though, and I got a really bad car accident, so maybe I won't go back. Really bad, totaled cars.
Oh, no.
Dunzo. Yeah, it's okay, but continue with your Rosarito trip. You'll drive?
No.
Nope.
No, I don't
Who's
drive in
driving?
Mexico. My sister.
Okay.
Because, look, I can drive,
Okay.
but TJ driving is a different style of driving. They're gonna dead in, and they don't care if they hit your car.
Hence the car
They're
accident.
like, you move or I'm gonna move you. So I don't. We
We got
take my
moved.
car, but I don't drive whatsoever.
Okay.
I won't do it.
Okay. Well, whenever you need a carpool karaoke little person over there, I'm there.
Come this
Okay.
weekend.
Wait, seriously, should we go to Rosarito this
Let's
weekend and get
go.
some men?
Let's go.
Get some little men? I'm
Let's
just
go.
joking.
It's so much fun.
Oh my god! Well, whenever you're free, I'm more than likely free.
Okay.
More than likely.
I'm like, summer's coming around, so
Summer is here for me.
it's hot girl summer.
Literally hot girl summer. All right. Well, you're having fun, doing what you got to do, working. School involved, not your vibe. What's kind of your game plan?
I'm a working girl,
Oh.
and I wake
Period.
up pretty early.
Oh. What
So,
time?
4. Well, 4:30 for being realistic.
I'm going to bed at that time.
Yeah, so I wake up at 4:30 because.
Okay.
So before, I was working normal warehouse jobs, so I didn't care. I would wake up and be like, let's go. But now I work as a dispatch for truckers. So
Oh,
I see different people all day. So I want to look good, What if my future husband comes in one day and
Yeah.
he's like, hey, I want to take you out of here. And I'm like, let's go.
You're like, all right, I guess.
So I
Yeah.
get ready every day. But I liked it. Because
Oh,
it
okay.
plays into my
Look good,
life.
feel good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wake up, go do my job, go deal with nasty men all
Are
day
they
long.
gross?
Yes.
Oh.
Like
Do they,
and rude, and so
Worst
I
experience.
got
Worst
verbally
experience.
assaulted my third day at
Like,
the job.
it's my third day out
It
here.
was literally my
chill.
third day. So I'm gonna tell you a story.
Okay.
So I bet some papers flew, and I bent down to grab them because they have to sign.
Okay.
And then he was just like, "Oh, I just wanted to look at your ass," and I was like, "It's my third day here.
You're like, where's your
Are
wife?
you kidding me?"
Where's your wife?
Literally, I was like, "You're disgusting."
Ew.
So I told my boss. My boss doesn't play with that.
Okay,
He
good.
is like, the moment something happens that you tell me, they're never coming back here. So he got banned. He can't go back there anymore.
Good. Well, that's, not good for him, but good for your boss to
Yeah.
draw that boundary between.
And I was scared because it was like I said, it was my third day. So I was like, what if I don't tell them and they fire me?
Yeah.
So I was scared, but I was like,
Absolutely.
no, I was like, this man is disgusting.
Yeah. He should not be around here anymore.
Yes.
Well, you're doing great. I'm very, very, very proud of where you've been
you.
and
Trying.
trying.
Day by day.
I think you need to credit yourself a little bit more also. You're doing a lot, which is great. Not only inspiring girls that feel like they aren't included or whatever that may be, and also just being like Hispanics and talking about mental health and that being a thing is awesome. So I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yay! Okay, you guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I loved having you.
Thank you
That
for
was so
having
much
me.
fun. Kind of great that we kind of like started on a clean slate. I knew nothing.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to see Alondra back on one day, kind of in a couple months, maybe see where she's at. If she found her husband in her job, or maybe she didn't. Comment down below and make sure you guys go ahead and like and subscribe to Yes Mija. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you all very soon.
Bye.
Goodbye.